Narcissism and conflict, the art of avoidance and escalation. Conflict is a natural aspect of human interaction, but for narcissistic individuals, it presents unique challenges. Their need for control, validation, and protection of their ego often leads to behaviors that either avoid addressing issues or escalate tensions unnecessarily. This article explores the dynamics of conflict in narcissistic individuals, examining their tendencies, the impact on relationships, and strategies for fostering healthier conflict resolution. The psychological roots of narcissistic conflict behavior. Narcissistic responses to conflict are shaped by several psychological factors. 1. Ego protection. Conflict can threaten their self-image, prompting defensive or aggressive reactions. 2. Need for validation. Disagreements challenge their perceived superiority, making them feel devalued or attacked. 3. Fear of vulnerability. Engaging openly in conflict requires admitting flaws or mistakes, which narcissists often avoid. 4. Control. Narcissists may view conflict as an opportunity to dominate rather than resolve issues. How narcissistic individuals approach conflict. Their behaviors during conflict can vary widely but often fall into predictable patterns. Conflict avoidance. Deflection, steering conversations away from contentious topics to avoid confronting issues. Denial, refusing to acknowledge problems or the role they played in creating them. Emotional withdrawal, disengaging from discussions to avoid exposure or accountability. Conflict escalation. Aggression, reacting with hostility, shouting, or blame to overpower others in arguments. Gaslighting, manipulating facts or perceptions to undermine the confidence of others. Criticism, attacking others' character or actions to deflect attention from their own shortcomings. Manipulative tactics. Playing the victim, portraying themselves as wrong to gain sympathy or shift focus. Triangulation, involving third parties to create alliances or complicate the conflict dynamics. The impact of narcissistic conflict behaviors. The way narcissists handle conflict has significant consequences for themselves and those around them. 1. Relationship strain. Their inability to address issues constructively can lead to unresolved tension and emotional distance. 2. Workplace challenges. Escalating or avoiding conflicts disrupts collaboration and reduces team effectiveness. 3. Emotional toll. Constant defensiveness or aggression creates stress and diminishes mental well-being for all parties involved. 4. Stunted growth. Refusal to engage openly in conflict prevents learning and personal development. Strategies for managing conflict with narcissistic individuals. Navigating conflict with a narcissistic individual requires patience, clarity, and strategic communication. For those interacting with narcissists. 1. Stay calm. Maintain composure to avoid escalating their defensiveness or aggression. 2. Set boundaries, clearly define acceptable behavior during disagreements and enforce limits. 3. Focus on facts, stick to objective information and avoid emotional appeals that may be dismissed or manipulated. 4. Use I statements, express concerns without directly blaming them, which can reduce their defensiveness. 5. Know when to step back. Recognize when the conflict is becoming unproductive and disengage if necessary. For narcissistic individuals. 1. Develop self-awareness, reflect on how their conflict behaviors impact relationships and outcomes. 2. Practice active listening, focus on understanding others' perspectives rather than formulating counter-arguments. 3. Embrace vulnerability. Acknowledge mistakes and approach conflict as an opportunity for growth rather than a threat. 4. Engage in therapy. Professional guidance can help address the insecurities driving their conflict behaviors and develop healthier strategies. Fostering constructive conflict resolution. For narcissistic individuals willing to grow, adopting healthier conflict resolution practices involves focusing on solutions. Shift the focus from assigning blame to collaboratively addressing the issue. Building empathy. Make an effort to understand and validate others' feelings and perspectives. Communicating transparently. Avoid manipulative or indirect tactics and prioritize honesty and clarity. Accepting compromise. Recognize that resolution often requires flexibility and mutual concession. Conclusion. Conflict is a challenge for narcissistic individuals, often triggering defensive or manipulative behaviors that hinder resolution. By addressing the psychological roots of their responses and adopting healthier strategies, they can improve their ability to navigate disagreements constructively. For those engaging with narcissists, understanding their conflict dynamics and setting clear boundaries can pave the way for more productive and respectful interactions.